Audio test 1, 2, 3. Good morning. This is Assistant Executive Officer TJ Knight, and I'd like to welcome everyone who's in attendance in our board hearing room. If there's any members of the public or anyone who would like to offer commentary on public comment or any of our items today, if you would please fill out a speaker card that is located in the back of the room and then pass it to me. Thank you so much. And if there's anyone joining, also good morning to the folks who are on our Zoom, who are attending via Zoom. And if there are any attendees who would like to offer public commentary or commentary on any of our items, if you would kindly raise your hand, press star 9 to raise your hand and star 6 to unmute, and I can record your name and your item number for the record.
Anytime. You're ready, TJ? We're ready. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting for the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, April 12, 2023. TJ Knight.
Good morning, Madam President Garcia. This is TJ Knight, Assistant Executive Officer, taking role in establishing quorum. President Garcia, Vice President Villegas, Commissioner Corsand are present, and we do have a quorum. We are also joined by City Attorney Representative Ms. Virginia Choi. I am Assistant Executive Officer TJ Knight. President Garcia, we have one speaker card under public comment, no neighborhood council commentary, and we have speaker cards under items 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Thank you, TJ, for that. Given that we do have public comment, we can take public comment now. With the person starting with the letter F.
And you have 2 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Honest service fraud, you dirty nigger. How far is the nigger going to? Yeah, this is what you're going to do, niggers. Let's give them back to the dark garden and save America from the dishonest service of fraud. Yeah, bury the niggers. We intend to do our part. Give us our state rights, freedom for the whites. This nigger will have to fight for every inch he gets from now on. That's why we need lighting. And for that reason, Brandenburg versus Ohio, US 395, 444, 1969, KKK, and my SWAT sticker describes an honest service of fraud in Los Angeles, for the record. And you continue to use your approach on First Amendment as though you know what the fuck you're talking about. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because all I'm trying to do is save America from the significant portion of how dare you fucking charge us for shit and not do it. That's dishonest fraud. And I would like the president to provide all her emails to the 310-477-6565 for the record, to the FBI, to investigate whether my alleged allegations of fraud based on Los Angeles City Honest Service is actually a bribery, conspiracy, and a multitude of conspiracy to defraud the public. So fix the potholes, you jackasses, replace the street lights, trim the trees, and remove all the fucking rubbish off our streets, because this dirty nigger is tired of seeing how filthy our streets look.
2 minutes, thank you.
And for the record, sir, would I submit my documentation, Brandenburg versus Ohio, to you or to the city attorney?
That's 2 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but who would I turn in my testimony of this Brandenburg versus Ohio, to you or the attorney, for the record? Up here, thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other comments? Public comments, TJ?
That concludes public commentary.
That was it?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Public comments now officially closed. Moving on to the approval of the minutes of Friday, March 24, 2023. Is there a second to my motion to approve this item?
So moves.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice President Villegas. TJ Knight, we have a first by me and a second by Vice President Villegas to approve the minutes of Friday, March 24th.
Very good. And we'll take a roll call vote, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
And Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
All ayes, and the item is approved.
Great. Thank you very much for that. Moving on today, colleagues, I know on the agenda it states that we will have a Historical Black College and University Fellowship Program recognition presentation today. We have continued it to next Wednesday. Thank you very much if you were logging into that, but we will see you back here for that presentation next Wednesday. Thank you. Moving on to, I'm going to actually take items 14 and 15. Which are administrative items, and I do have a public comment for that.
Very good. If our public commenter would please come up, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on items 14 and 15.
Somebody with the starting letter F.
F is for fantastic. However, you should read the public comment card, because that's my testimony of participation, Madam President. So whether I put a SWAT sticker or a happy face or a flower, call it out as you read it or see it. Otherwise, you are violating my civil rights. And that is a violation of my Constitution, not to be deprived under the color of authority, 18 U.S.C. 242 and 245, for the record. Fuck you. So on item 14 and 15, we're dealing with a condition for a rail replacement project. Well, the city of Los Angeles is not involved in the rail business, because that's why we have Mr. Morgan and his monopoly of railroads, choo-choo. And if the city's gonna get involved with the choo-choo, guess what? That decision sounds really wrong, because spending $983,000 and $568 and change for some choo-choo replacement, I hope that's only going in the effort of replacing the railroad train, choo-choo, out there by the zoo, because that's the only fucking train system I know that the city actually owns. Now, as far as that shitty red line, that fucked up gold line, and the blue line and purple line, it's not blessed but cursed. And that reason we have to let the world know that God hates you and we're all going to hell. So BPW 2023 to 2010 reflects my dislike and disapproval of how we manipulate monies for things
2
that
minutes.
don't go in the effort of people. Sir, you don't even have a clock out here for me to see.
2 minutes.
Well,
Thank you.
make it visible so I can know how to conclude
Thank you.
my participation.
Thank you.
Item number 14, this is an administrative item, specification submitted for board adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids in Council District 7, Laurel Canyon Boulevard and Foothill Boulevard, Bridge Rail Replacement Project, work order E1908926, estimate amount $983,568, bid receipt date May 17, 2023. Is there a second to my motion to move this item forward and forthwith?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Corson to move item number 14.
14 and 15?
14, and let me read 15 in the record.
Okay.
Item number 15 is the mayor has approved and authorized the Board of Public Works on behalf of the Bureau of Street Services to execute personal service contract amendments with American Reclamation, Inc., California Waste Services, LLC, Recycle Aggregate Materials Company, Inc., Arickling Enterprises, DBA Crown Recycling Services, LLC, and U.S. Waste of California, Inc., doing business as Waste Management. Is there a second to my motion to move item number 14 and 15 forward and forthwith?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. TJ Knight, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Corson to move items 14 and 15.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on items 14 and 15, starting with you, Madam President,
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
And Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
All ayes, and both items are approved.
Thank you very much, TJ. Going back to items 1 through, I'm going to actually take items 1 through 10 together. And with that, I have a public speaking card with the person starting with the letter K.
Wow, we're bunching all 1 through 10. How unconstitutional is that? See, people, when you got them beat, they try to beat you down by enforcement of speaking in all this fucking bullshit of street lighting, maintenance, and assessment districts. Well, we need lighting because that's how we expose the city's corruption of pimps, whores, and cunts that sell their ass under the street lights. And we need our police to do a good job to stop that, as I brought out on the issue of Snyder versus Phelps, for the record, 562 U.S. 443, a decision of the Supreme Court's Why God Hates You. And let me read it into the record. God hates fags, Maryland Taliban, fag doomed nations, not blessed, just cursed. Thank God for dead soldiers and for dead pigs. Pope in hell, priests rape boys, you're going to hell and God hates you. Simplify fags. Now, we don't have to simplify fags if we got the correct lighting in our districts. However, CD7, CD11, CD4, CD7, CD4, CD12, CD11 tend to have issues with the lighting. So maybe if you put those nice bright lights in the Rancho streets of Oak Park Avenue, or maybe go into the niggerhood of Pinion Avenue and Summitro Street, maybe the niggers in the neighborhood can get the idea of what I'm trying to say is that we need more lighting to prevent niggas from getting into troubles like they do in Miss Carrot Bass's field office where she doesn't provide a service.
2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Comments for items 1 through 10 is now officially closed. Mr. Flamenco, I'm going to read just the titles for the record, and then you can take it on from there. Is that okay?
Sure.
Got it. Item number 1, Council District 4, Assessment Hearing 1, Rancho Street and Oak Park Avenue. Item number 2, CD 12, Assessment Hearing, Celsa Avenue and Ridgeway Road. Item number 3, Council District 11, Colby Avenue, Nebraska Avenue, number 1. Item number 4, Assessment Hearing, Terabella Street and Philippi Avenue in Council District 7. Item number 5 in Council District 4, Assessment Hearing 5, Fredonia Drive and Cahuenga Boulevard. Item number 6, Council District 11, Assessment Hearing 6, Glencoe Avenue and Maxella Avenue, number 1. Item number 7 in Council District 7, Assessment Hearing 7, Pinon Avenue and Summitros Street. Item number 8 in Council District 13, Assessment Hearing 8, Hoover Street and Council Street number 1. Item number 9, Assessment Hearing in Council District 9, South Park number 1. And finally, item number 10, Council District 11, Assessment Hearing number 10, Butler Avenue and Iowa Avenue. And this morning, we have Mr. Flamenco here.
Good morning, Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting. Item 1, items 3 to 8, and item 10 pertain to lighting districts which we are creating in conjunction with private development projects. Item 2 pertains to a lighting district which we are creating in conjunction with a Bureau of Engineering initiated street improvement project. Item 9 pertains to a lighting district which we are creating in conjunction with a Bureau of Street Lighting initiated LED project. Only public parcels are impacted, no private parcels are included in this lighting district. Ballots for items 1 through 10 were mailed on February 22nd, 2023. Ballots for items 1 through 10 must be received by the City Clerk's office by next Tuesday, April 18th. We are requesting for the board to deny the protest that we just heard a minute ago. We are requesting for the board to adopt and forward items 1 through 10 forthwith to City Council.
Thank you, Mr. Flamenco. Any questions, colleagues?
Just a quick question. If, for the record, could you just provide us how the outreach was done for these?
Say that again, Ms.
If you could explain a little bit on how the outreach was done for these.
Oh, we send notices. We first sent a pre-ballot letter to all of the benefiting property owners to inform them of what's forthcoming. We give them a map showing the exact parcels that are included in their particular lighting district along with where the light is proposed to be installed. And then we provide them with the assessment amount, their current is, if they have an existing assessment amount, and the new proposed assessment amount. And we tell them that the letter, this is done about 2 weeks before the actual ballot is received by all of the affected property owners, and then they have 45 days roughly to submit their ballots in order for it to count.
Okay, thank you. And then the items 2 and 9, those are different than the developer ones, and the outreach is done in the same format?
Yes, item 2 is initiated by the Bureau of Engineering, and item 9 is initiated by the Bureau of Street Lighting.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. Any other questions? Seeing none, is there a motion on the table to move items 1 through 10 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, VP Villegas. TJ Knight, there's a first by Commissioner Corson and a second by Vice President Villegas to move items 1 through 10 forward and forthwith.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on items 1 through 10, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
And Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
And all items 1 through 10 are approved and will be approved forthwith.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Flamenco.
Thank
Have
you.
a good rest of the week. Moving on to item number 11, and we do have a public speaker card for that, and person starts with the letter F.
And you'll have 2 minutes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I know how much time I got. It's all the time in the world I need because I love Japanese gardens. Matter of fact, Japanese women are beautiful. Light skin, very, very blushy.
Can we stay on the topic, please?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Japanese gardens. I love Japanese gardens. I smell the flowers. I rub up against the trees. I scratch on the bark with my dog. Woof, woof. So I'm in favor of a specialized service for Japanese gardens, because for the record, those fucking Chinese brought us COVID. And I couldn't smell the trees or the flowers and rub my ass against them because I was on lockdown for fucking 3 years of COVID. So I couldn't visit the Japanese garden, and I couldn't participate in enjoying the Parkwood landscape along with my woof, woof, woof. See, even service dogs like Japanese. You know why? Because they smell so fresh. And they give off a beautiful scent with their beautiful smiles and their lovely eyes. Now, as far as the Chinese, fuck the Chinese people for bringing us COVID, because
Can we stay on topic, please?
I'm trying to talk about the maintenance on the Japanese garden. Site service, mommy, relax. I mean, the mayor and the council's authorization for 2 members of the board, we're going to execute this contract. Well, you need me, a specialist, someone who loves the Japanese garden, someone who could dwell in it for hours and admire its beauty. And it's even relaxing. It helps me de-escalate, and it brings down my temperament. According to my psychiatrist, gardens are good for people with mental health, and even going to museums when
2 minutes.
it's free.
2 minutes, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other public comment on item number 11?
We do not.
Thank you very much. Public comment for item number 11 now officially closed. This is a request from the Bureau of Sanitation in all council districts, personal service contract, Parkwood Landscape Maintenance, Inc., Japanese Garden Specialized Site Services, recommending the board to, 1, approve and forward this report with transmittals to the mayor and the city council with the request that the Board of Public Works be authorized to execute a personal service contract with Parkwood Landscape Maintenance, Inc. for the Japanese Garden Specialized Site Services, and 2, upon the mayor and council's authorization, the president or 2 members of the board will execute the contract. And this morning, ma'am, good morning, welcome.
Thank you
I'm
so
sorry,
much.
I don't have my notes of the name right now.
Good morning, President Garcia, commissioners, and executive staff. My name is Andrea Chisholm, and I work at Donald C. Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. The Water Reclamation Division is requesting the Board of Public Works to approve the contract award and forward the report to Mayor and City Council for approval and authority for Public Works Department to execute this personal service contract with Parkwood Landscape Maintenance Incorporated. The contract term is for 5 years with 1 2-year renewal at the city's sole discretion. The total contract ceiling is $9 million, and funding is available through the Sewer Construction and Maintenance Fund, as well as the Public Works Trust Fund. Funds for the future fiscal years may change based on cash balances availability and will be determined by the Director of LA Sanitation. The Japanese Garden is part of the Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. It's 6.5 acres and operated by LA Sanitation and Environment. The garden does incorporate highly skilled and stylized Japanese landscape techniques and highlights the ecosystem that is sustained by the LA Sanitation recycled water. With the support of the Docent Volunteer Group and the Mayor's Citizen Advisory Committee, the Japanese Garden has on average hosted about 24 educational and cultural events each year, such as Lunar New Year celebrations, exploration of Japanese art and culture, and the Taiko Drum Project, to name a few. All open to the public with general admission, and we also host private contracted events such as weddings and celebration of life ceremonies. Pre-pandemic totals are approximately 130 events, public and private, each year, and an annual total visitation of 43,000 people. The Japanese Garden Landscape Contract has historically supported these events The request for proposals for this contract was released in 2021, resulting in 2 proposals that were evaluated to be responsive to the city's requirements, including the Business Inclusion Program. The contract includes maintenance and construction of garden elements, site and facility preparation and cleaning, as well as restoration, and then the specialized Japanese sculpturing of large-scale bonsai, such as black pine trees. The proposals were evaluated based on technical qualifications, past experience and performance, approach to work, and cost control. Scored under this criteria, Parkwood Landscape was selected as the most qualified proposer. Parkwood Landscape is located on Hart Street in Van Nuys, and at the time of bid employed approximately 350 people with 270 employees residing in the city of Los Angeles. Thank you, Commissioner and staff. Would you have any questions for me?
Thank you for your report. I appreciate it, and I'm very happy that we're finally getting to this point where we're finalizing the contract, and that's going to be a stable the contractor to be with specialized services to really revitalize the Japanese garden. So I'm excited for that.
We're excited. Thank you.
Very nice. Any questions? I see Commissioner Corson with his light on. Oh, no. Any questions, colleagues? Seeing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 11 forward and forthwith?
So move.
Thank you so much, Vice President Villegas. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. TJ Knight, there's a first by VP Villegas and a second by Commissioner Corson to approve item number 11.
Very good, and we'll take a roll call vote on item number 11, starting with you, Madam President,
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
And Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
All ayes, and the item is approved.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Item number 12 is continued. This is, Dr. Campos is not in today, and we do not have an official update from what has happened from last week to this week. So item number 12 is now officially continued to next Wednesday. Moving on to item number 13, this is an AFE for the County of Los Angeles Department of Public Works Land Development Decision, and we do have a speaker card with the first person of X.
And you'll have 2 minutes to offer your public commentary. Please go ahead.
Yeah, like, we're really doing a great job with this conservative of water. You know, God hates you, and we're all going to go to hell eventually soon or later, because none of you really fucking care about the planet, other than it becomes a cash cow for you to find a way to steal money. You know, God sees that. God hears that. Matter of fact, God tells me what kind of fucking corruption is going on here in Los
Speaker,
Angeles.
please stay on topic.
Yeah, Miss Attorney, I'm talking about the authority of expenditures for $51,524.32 fucking cents of services for the completion of that 100% plan for the LA fucked up fucking river off the fucking San Fernando Valley. Miss Attorney, thank you for the record. And that falls under category fund 682 under Department 52, the appropriation unit 50, P for Peter, V for victim, C for cunt, and for niggers. And that's the reason why God hates you. And that's why we're all going to hell, because water will soon be as good as gold and as better than blood. The same way God turned the water of the Pharaoh's rivers into blood, and the niggers were looking for more fresh water.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. TJ Knight, do we have any public comments on item 13?
That was the only public comment we have on
Public
item.
comment for item 13 is now officially closed. This is an AFE, the County of Los Angeles Department of Public Works Land Development Division Bureau of Engineering and Office of Accounting are requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $51,524.32 for the services associated with the 100% plans for the LA Riverway San Fernando Valley completion project. And this morning we have Nur here. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, President Garcia. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Executive Officer, and good morning, City Attorney. Noor Malhus, Senior Civil Engineer, Bureau of Engineering. So today I come with approval of an authority for expenditure to LA County Flood Control District for review fees for the LA River San Fernando Valley completion project from Van Alden to Balboa. So the LA River Valley San Fernando Valley completion project from Van Alden to Balboa is a bike path, pedestrian path, and has railing, lighting, irrigation, landscaping, and 6 undercrossings in the San Fernando Valley along the LA River. And for the 3 miles that the bike path contains, from Van Alden to White Oak is owned by the LA County Flood Control District, and from White Oak to Balboa is owned by Army Corps of Engineers. In order for us to even construct this bike path from Van Alden to White Oak, is we have to get a permit from the LA County Flood Control District because they own that in fee. And they have been reviewing the plans for a period of time, and they require the additional fee of $51,524.32 in order to give us our permit. And this is what the purpose of this AFE is, so we can move towards the goal of completing the bid documents for this project and get permitted. And this concludes my presentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Thank you so much. That sounds pretty fair to me. Any questions, colleagues? I see Vice President Villa.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the information just on the fee. Is there any, it's just for processing the permit? It's not for any ongoing operations?
No, it's just for plan review. Plan review and their time to plan review. It wouldn't be for ongoing operations. That'll be handled separately.
Okay. And how many miles is the bike path?
The bike path is 3 miles as part of this project from Van Alden to Balboa. However, the portion of the bike path that LA County Flood Control District will review is only 2 miles because they own that portion in fee. So from Van Alden to White Oak, it's 2 miles, and then from White Oak to Balboa, it's 1 mile. And the portion from White Oak to Balboa is owned by the Army Corps of Engineers, and we have a separate land use agreement with them.
Okay. How much is that fee?
That's $60,000. It was actually almost $100,000 for Army Corps of Engineers to review.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sounds like,
Yeah, it's a lot of fee.
yeah, it sounds like it's staff time.
Yeah, it's all staff time for them to review.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that as well. Seeing any other questions or any objections? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 13 forward and forthwith?
I'll move the item.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. TJ Knight, there's a first by VP Villegas and a second by Commissioner Corson to move item number 13 forward and forthwith.
Very good. Very good. And we'll take a roll call vote, starting with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corson.
Aye.
And all ayes, and the item is approved.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nur. Have a good rest of the week.
Thank you all. Have a good rest of the week.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Mr. TJ Knight, have we cleared today's desk?
Yes, we have.
Thank you very much. It is 10:42 and today's meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone. See you Friday.